Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special episode of Jersey Bayshore Country called How Much Do You Know About the New Jersey Bayshore Part 2. If you missed Part 1, that was last season, go back, take a look, see how much you know. Hey, I'm your host, John Schneider, and I'm going to be showing you some videos and pictures from the Jersey Bayshore. Then I'll ask you a question, and I'll give you a few seconds to provide the correct answer, no pressure. There are 34 questions in our game, so let's get started, shall we? Because that's about a question every minute. So here's the first question. Take a look at this technical console. Lots of buttons, knobs, and devices which all do something. Now take a good look and describe what action occurs when all these controls were utilized. Now here's a couple of clues. First, this is obviously not modern, sophisticated equipment or technology. Secondly, another clue, these controls are still located on Sandy Hook, New Jersey, but no longer functional. And whatever happened would happen right here along the Atlantic Ocean. Well, here's your final clue. You're looking at one of many launchers that came to the surface from underground. What is this place? It's a Nike missile launch site which was never used but was always ready to defend our country, especially the New York City area, from enemy attack during the Cold War. And you can see some of these relics when you visit Sandy Hook. How'd you do on the first question? I know, a little tough. Let's keep going. Question 2 takes us to one of the highest elevations in the Jersey Bayshore area, more than 280 feet, and we're landing there right now in Holmdel, New Jersey. You're looking at what's called a horn antenna, which belonged to AT&T Bell Laboratories, but is no longer functional. And it's here that a discovery was made of cosmic proportions. Your question is, what was discovered? Here's a clue. The two discoverers won a Nobel Prize in physics. It was a discovery which led to a theory about the creation of our universe. Do you know the answer? Okay, here it is. This site of this horn antenna is actually a National Historic Landmark. Why? Because two men used the antenna to discover that the universe was continually expanding, which led to something called the Big Bang Theory, which supposes the universe started to expand after a tremendous explosion, and it continues to expand today. Now, that wasn't so difficult to answer, was it? How you doing so far? Okay, we're now traveling over a beach of a town in Middlesex County on the edge of Raritan Bay. Can you name this beautiful town? The exit to the town is right off Route 35. Here's another clue. It's part of Old Bridge, New Jersey. Are you ready for the answer? It's Lawrence Harbor, which is part of Old Bridge. Now, don't be discouraged if you haven't gotten anything right. Let's try something maybe a little bit easier. Here's an event on the water which recently took place for the first time ever. It happened on the Shrewsbury and Navesink rivers, as well as Sandy Hook Bay. Oh, you need a clue? Well, what we're seeing right now took place near the waterfront of Highlands, New Jersey. It's beautiful, isn't it? There's the bridge that joins Highlands to Seabright. So do you give up? Do you know what the event was? Yes, it's the first annual parade of boat lights. Now for our next question. Where are we located in this video? By the way, are you keeping score? Do you remember how many you got right so far? I hope you got a lot right. And if you haven't got a lot right, I hope you're learning something. So here's some clues. Just like Lawrence Harbor, this is also located in Old Bridge, New Jersey. There are hiking and biking trails, as well as a lake for swimming and boating. And this state park just celebrated its 75th year. There are also campgrounds located here and lots of wildlife, both flora and fauna. And you've probably seen the sign for this place when you travel to the Jersey Bayshore on the Garden State Parkway. What is it? It's Cheesequake State Park. So far, these have been, I know, somewhat challenging questions, so let's just keep going. Okay, let's do something easy as we travel to Raritan Bay and try to identify some aquatic creatures. Now take a look. Now, they aren't usually in brackish water like a bay, but these guys were frolicking in the brackish water right near Port Monmouth. So what are they? Yes, they're a school of flounders. No, they're not, just kidding. Of course, they're porpoises like Flipper, or dolphins is also an acceptable answer. So this next video has us flying over a marina in the Jersey Bayshore. And either name the marina or the town in which it's located, and here's a clue. It's a marina owned and operated by the Monmouth County Park System. There's another clue. It's part of the Bayshore Waterfront Park. People love to go fishing from the jetties, which leads to Raritan Bay. But there's also a fantastic fishing pier near an historic house called the Seabrook Wilson House. And the name of the town is slightly different than the name of the marina. Town is called Port Monmouth, and the marina? It's called Monmouth Cove Marina. Okay, let's try naming another town from the air and see if you can identify this one. It has a long pier going out into Raritan Bay, but what's that along the beaches? Looks like a carnival or amusement park of some kind. You know what town it is? Yes, it's Keansburg, and we're looking at Keansburg Amusement Park and its water park. Nice going. All right, let's try the next question. Well, here we are riding along the waterfront of some town in the Jersey Bayshore. Can you tell which town this is? And we're on the Shrewsbury River, and we can't see it, but the Atlantic Ocean is over on the other side of this strip of land we're trying to identify. Have you figured it out yet? Yeah, it's Seabright. Now let's visit a neighborhood and see if you can tell me what town we're in. Now remember, this is about what town we're in, not what other towns we see when we go up into the air. See that bridge over there? It should be easy. That's a clue. And that's the Shrewsbury River again, and we just identified Seabright, and there's the Atlantic Ocean. So, we must have taken off from where? What town? That's right, Rumson, New Jersey. That was easy. Now we're off to the beach, but which one? There are more than 35 miles of beaches at the Jersey Bayshore, and this one has a terrific children's playground. Check it out. And like Monmouth Cove Marina, this beach is also owned and operated by the Monmouth County Park System. There's volleyball sand courts here and lots of places to spread out a blanket or set up a beach umbrella. And this beach is located in Long Branch and is called what? It's the beach of Seven Presidents Oceanfront Park. It's a terrific beach to visit. Now let's try identifying another town within the Jersey Bayshore, and again, we'll do it by air. This town is also along Raritan Bay, but it has a wonderful bayfront promenade where festivals and events are frequently held. Now, more than likely, you've seen this town's distinctive water tower with its American flag on it when you exit 117 of the Garden State Parkway. So what's the name of the town? Keyport is the name of this town. here's another historical question. You're looking at an old 20-ton gun barrel being lifted off a railroad car in Red Bank, New Jersey. So here's your question. Where's the gun barrel being delivered? Once again, the Monmouth County Park System has something to do with this question and answer. They are helping restore the gun barrel in the place where one just like it was ready to defend our country from attack. So here's the answer. It's being moved to Hartshorn Woods Park, where it's expected that a museum will be built in the future to explain how the park was once a military base. It's a very interesting story, and you should try visiting Hartshorn Woods Park to see the gun barrel. Okay, what is next, you ask? We're up in the air again. What's the name of the river we see below? This is an easy one, right? Well, some people pronounce it Navesink, and some people pronounce it Navesink. It is the Navesink River, which is technically a tidal estuary of the Shrewsbury River. Bet you didn't know that. Okay, here we are taking off from Keyport, remember Keyport, and we're looking at Raritan Bay. Now, on the other side of Raritan Bay is an island, and there are some ferries named after this island. It's also the southernmost part of the state of New York. Can you name it? Of course, it's Staten Island. Obviously, this is a reenactment of a battle during the Revolutionary War taking place on the grounds of a New Jersey state park. This particular historic battle was considered a turning point by the Patriots in the Revolutionary War. In fact, it's one of the reasons New Jersey is often considered to be the crossroads of the American Revolution. What's the name of the park and or the battle itself? Well, the name of the park is Monmouth Battlefield State Park, and the battle has been called Battle of Monmouth Courthouse. And this is where General George Washington became a national hero as a result of this battle. Our next question is really easy. What is the everyday name for this creature? It's easy, isn't it? It's the horseshoe crab, and they become very common in the Jersey Bayshore during the summer months. Don't worry, they don't bite, but that tail can stab you if you step on it. Next, here is a drone or quadcopter taking off from Veterans Park in Highlands, New Jersey. We've used this actual drone to take many of the aerial shots that you've seen during this game show. What are the federal guidelines for how high this drone can be flown safely? Now, this may be a tough question if you didn't watch the Jersey Bayshore Country program all about drones. And if you don't know how high, just take a guess. The answer is going to be in feet. What do you think? Well, the answer is generally you can't fly higher than about 400 feet. And also, drones should never be flown in national, state, or county parks or near airports. Now, here's a silly music video I produced recently on a beach near a town as the sun was setting. Nope, you don't have to name the town or beach, it's Keyport. What was swimming in the water? Did you remember? Did you look? It was a shark. Not a real one, of course. It was a special effect. And incidentally, this is one of my original songs, which can be heard at johnschneidermusic.com, along with lots of other songs that I've done. It's a shameless plug, I'm afraid. Here's another shot of a local beach. Now, usually it's filled with people swimming and sunbathing, but this was shot before the summer season. Can you name this beach? The town has the name Beach in its own name. It's a great place to spend the day right on Raritan Bay. Both the bay and the beach, very clean. So what's the town? It's Union Beach. Now, here is a brick made in an old brick factory called the Sayre and Fisher Brick Factory, located in what's now called Sayreville. What's the name of the canal that was built so clay could be transported from the clay pits to the brick factory? We're looking at the canal right now. Do you know the name? It's the Washington Canal, which connects ultimately with the Raritan River. Okay, now it's time to have a little fun with aliens invading our planet. Take a close look and see if you know exactly where they landed in the Jersey Bayshore. So where did they land? Yeah, they landed on Sandy Hook. And unfortunately, people do sometimes leave their trash behind, so please, if you're one of the offenders, take it with you. Thank you. Here's another video from high above the Jersey Bayshore. As the camera pans around in a 360-degree circle, see if you can name the town you'll be looking at when it stops. Now, just to help you with your orientation, here's Middletown, but let's keep moving. And now we're coming up on the town. It's right on the Navesink River, and there it is. Can you name it? Yeah, it's Red Bank. It's the largest town in our area. Now, this next place is going to be hard to identify, so just try to figure it out. And what is it? Where is it located? Let's take a look. Well, we're looking at a tidal island at the mouth of the Navesink River, right at the base of Hartshorn Woods Park. Yeah, I know that was kind of a hard one. Now we're flying over Hartshorn Woods Park in the same area as the island we just visited. Take a look around, and when the camera stops, see if you can identify the place that we're looking at. It's in Rumson, and it's an island with homes on it. It's called Barley Point Island in the Navesink River. Now, let's take a look at some old photographs. Just look at them. Can you identify the town from the photographs? And here's a clue. This town was in a previous question, so what do you think? Yeah, it's Keansburg with its historic and famous Keansburg Amusement Park. Now let's go inside a building where kids and adults as well can learn and have some fun. See if you can identify this place. It's located on the campus of Brookdale College. Do you know it? It's the children's wing of Monmouth Museum with lots of hands-on exhibits. Really fun for the entire family, I think. Where are we now? Well, yeah, we're on top of a bridge, but which bridge? It connects Highlands to Sandy Hook and Seabright. It's the Captain Joseph Azzolina Bridge, which crosses the Shrewsbury River. Well, we're getting close to the end of our game, but first, can you identify this lighthouse? It used to be 500 feet from the water's edge when it was first built, but now it's 2.5 miles from the shore. So what's it called? It's the historic Sandy Hook Lighthouse, which can be visited along with its museum year-round. And what is this thing sitting on the beach at the end of Sandy Hook? Yes, it's a clam. What's another name for a clam? Well, it's also referred to as a bivalve mollusk. That's a little bit of a tricky question. The Jersey Bayshore is famous for its clams. And here's the waterfront of a town at night. Can you name the town? Now look closely and you'll see a clue. Yeah, it's Highlands. Highlands is where most of the clams we just saw are processed before they go to the public market. Now this bridge is going up, and you've actually seen this bridge before. So what two towns does this bridge connect? Yeah, Seabright is behind us, and Rumson is just on the other side of the bridge. Well, here's another park of the Monmouth County Park System. Can you name it? The headquarters for the Monmouth County Park System is located inside this park. There are lots of trails, and there's also a lake located in the park. So let's just take a look. Look at this beautiful field of flowers and butterflies. So do you know the park? Yeah, it's Thompson Park in Lincroft. And here's our final question. Why are these birds perched on these branches sticking in the bottom of Sandy Hook Bay? Because they're waiting for fish to be caught in the nets, which are strung in the middle of the branches. Well, that's our game. How'd you do? Yeah, well, I hope you did. I hope you did well. Regardless of your score, I do hope you had fun playing and you learned something along the way. We'll have a brand new show next week, every week. I'm John Schneider, your host. So long, everyone. This summer, create your own adventure at the New Jersey Bayshore, where the sun always rises and sets on the water. Enjoy more than 30 miles of sandy beaches, at the ocean, along the rivers, or on the Raritan Bay. Almost every water sport can be found at the Bayshore, from boating to fishing to swimming to beachcombing. Whether you drive, take the train, or hop aboard a convenient ferry from New York City, the Jersey Bayshore is right in your own backyard. Enjoy the scenery, history, and local attractions, such as Sandy Hook, the historic Twin Lights, or hike through the hills of Highlands. But don't forget to try one of our waterfront dining experiences before you leave. Your adventure is waiting to be discovered at the Jersey Bayshore. Visit us at jerseybayshore.com.